This is the second edition of second generation Far Far Away book. This is the guide to unlicensed vintage Polish Star Wars figures. It's by Jakub Burzinkski. It just arrived yesterday, so it's highly recommended book. It documents all known examples of Polish bootlegs. Obviously, there's still probably a few to be discovered. It's signed to me, the back type Ewoks, and covers all the main bootleg figures. It's divided into sort of, starts with the sort of history of films in Poland and all that sort of stuff, and then goes on to the actual figures. Beautifully illustrated throughout with the figures, all the variants of figures you can get per character. Starts with Series 1 Articulated Chewbacca, then moves on to Series 2 Articulated Original Set, then got to be really quick with this video. I want to keep it under 3 minutes. It's all detail about capes, accessories, weapons, and stuff like that. So it's uses beautiful color photography throughout. Has great descriptions of the actual figures and their peculiarities, and the sort of variations with a figure. So unarticulated first set, the sort of colors you can get these figures in. So if you have a passing interest or actually collect these figures, this is a book you might want to consider acquiring. You probably can still do it on Facebook and contact the author. Yeah, it's a brilliant book. Books has a nice size to it. It's not too big. Like other Star Wars collecting books can be quite heavy and massive. This one's a lot more. It's not as cumbersome, so to speak. Covers all the different figures. I mean, the most famous are probably the third generation figures, but if you're into the third generation or second or first, all the different varieties. If you just collect one character or try and collect as many as you can. If you collect the early figures or later figures, this book has all the information you could ever wish for. It's a work of love. It has at the end a few other lines of figures that were made in Poland as well at the time. So it's just an absolute must. There's the author. So it's a brilliant book. It was, you could fund it on Kickstarter. I'm sure he's got more copies still. So if you want to get one, it's something you might want to consider. Brilliant book. It's called Far Far Away. Absolute must. Cheers, bye.